Musketeers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to fire from the pistol. Cuts it upfield. It's sticky. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Right back to the well. Finding some room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set...
Headed to the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Tempo and overdrive. Hauls it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
On the run from inside his own 5. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Russell from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Russell will throw for it on fourth. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Vols will hustle to the line. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Russell. Left side, it's Barney. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The big, explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Back to throw, it's Russell. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown ball! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation, so let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Out wide right, it's Matthews. Open space at the 25. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Hits inside, it's Dickey. Could be an alley. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll run the counter. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. The run inside. It's Dickey. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Up-tempo for the offense. With the catch, it's Clark. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Working the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run him again. Fighting off the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Maybe some room here. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Dickey. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point was good.
Number 0. That's a kickoff.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holds it, looking for a crease. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. They've been overwhelmed so far in this 1st half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now, let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Russell on play action. Comes down, it's Marsh. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Keelan Russell. Out wide left, it's Fletcher. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Sells to run, looking to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Wants to throw on first. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right side, it's Dickey. He's down right there. Short gain on the ground.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he's already made 1. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Throwing Russell. That's caught. It's held. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit, you cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Trying to run, it's Dickey.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Absolutely perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Russell. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Russell. Going over the top. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.